Hey there team, the theme for this week's lesson, if that's what you want to call it in these strange times, is working with modular level assets in Unreal Engine. So I would have done it slightly differently if we were all together in a classroom, but we're not, so we'll do it this way. So what I want you to do, those of you that have access to Unreal Engine at home, I want you to first of all set up a new project. So it just needs to be either a first or third person project. Create it, make sure that it's open in the editor, and then close the editor. To be fair, you don't have to close the editor for this, but make sure you create that first. And then what I want you to do is go to the marketplace. And what we're looking for is a pack that we can use that has modular assets to work with. And I recommend using any of the Infinity Blade packs because they're free and they're pretty good. So if we do a little bit of a search, and they've actually added loads more. Castle and Hideout weren't there last time I looked. Here we go. So I'm going to be using the Grasslands one. So all you have to do is choose the one you want. So it has to be like a level pack. So the enemies, that's no good to you. But the Firelands is pretty good. Icelands is pretty good. And I'm sure there are more that are not showing. But at the very least, you know that Grasslands is there. You can use that. So in order to get one, you just click on it. Let's go to Hideout just to prove to you that I know how to do it. And then you just click on free. Once you've done that, go to your library and you'll see that it appears down here. So there's Infinity Blade Grasslands. And then what you need to do is your new project. So I've just created one for the HE students, which I'm calling Optimization. Where is it? There it is. And so what I did is I just added this Soul City one to that. So all you do is you click on Add to Project and then choose the project that you want to add it to, and that just puts it in there. So once you've done that, you can then go into, where is it? Here we go. So in your content folder, it will put a new folder in there, so Infinity Blade Grasslands. And you will see that it has some maps, and I generally like to have a look at both the maps that it gives you, because it gives you an idea of the sort of environment you can build. So if we go to Elven Ruins, hopefully it won't take too long to load. Okay, so here is like one of the levels, and you can see it's compiling shaders. I thought about kind of letting it finish doing that before I showed you, but it's going to take forever, so I'm not going to do that. But you get the idea. So these are all modular pieces, and if I select some, you'll be able to see how they've gone together. So if we look, we've got a piece of floor there. These bits are separate. That's a separate piece. So it's kind of like Lego blocks. You've got the stairs have been stacked like that. You've got that little bit there. Even the rocks and things out here have all been put together in just kind of interesting ways and scaled and shaped. And that is pretty much your task. What you can also do is if you open the overview level, that will show you all the different modular pieces you've got to work with in this pack. It just kind of lays them all out in like a big square, which is pretty good. So that's your main job, to do that, to create an interesting level. So anything that kind of looks like this, I will be more than happy with. If, however, it looks exactly like this, I will say that you didn't do the task and just sent me some pictures of the example level. So don't do that. But you can see this kind of gives the player somewhere that they can run up all the way here. So it's kind of got a bit of a critical path to it as well. I think it kind of ends here at the door. So anything that looks like that is cool and what I'm looking for. Don't worry about all the kind of trigger boxes and post-process volumes. That's not important. Just make it look cool. So I will show you very quickly. I did this for a completely different project. This was to do with level streaming, which we might cover next week or in the coming weeks. So this is something using these assets that I put together in about 20 minutes. So you can see we've got floor pieces that are being used. Then we've got a piece of wall there. These pillars are separate. I think even that mountain piece there is just sitting there in the background. Got some nice low poly trees there. That's what we're looking for. Little bits of wall to hide where the level stream happens. And then this area here. I mean, there's going to be a boss in here, isn't there? That's fairly obvious. So that, my friends, is your task. Get hold of any modular pack. It doesn't have to be this one. It doesn't even have to be an Infinity Blades one. Just make sure that it's got lots of small granular pieces that you can put together in different and interesting ways. Send me when you're done either some screenshots or even better a video of you running around the environment, and that's it. Other than that, I'll give you a call at some point in the week to make sure that we touch base, and I hope that you're staying safe inside, not touching anything or anyone, not spreading any weird germs around, and just making the most of quarantine. Okay dudes, see you later.